Hi, I'm author Lin Lustig, and I am here doing some character design today, and so I wanted to invite you into the process. I got really excited about doing what do you even really call this? Like heads from all the different positions so that you then have your reference points. I think it was an animator trick that I was learning from YouTube, but regardless, it was really great to get a sense of how my characters are going to be because in the future of the Our Ship Must Sail pirate series, the other characters are going to start having their own chibis. And so I wanted to make sure that I was getting them down and able to maintain some continuity across the series. In book two is actually the first time that you see Olive, the first mate, and I'm pretty excited for that reveal. So right now I'm working on Tegan. I have had so many challenges with Tegan. I'm not sure, I can't really capture how truly sharp she is. And of course, that is intentional given that she has a lot of knives at any given time. They make jokes about her breeding knives. So I was originally thinking, okay, give her really sharp cheekbones, really make that like angular on the jawline, not too much softness. She does come together in the end. I think there might still be some refining that happens prior to when I start using her in book three more. But for now, this is a really good start point. Love that liquefy tool. Okay, so now that Tegan is done, I'm working on Lofty. And I have to say, Lofty is one of the best character designs I've ever done. And I think it's just because her personality really came through in the art itself. And if you're wondering about the background head positioning base, that is something that was available on Clip Studio Paint that I went ahead and grabbed exactly for this. So Lofty tends to be very opposite of Tegan, which is part of why they don't get along all that well. And yet at the same time, they get along smashingly. It's a really funny sister dynamic. But Lofty, as far as her art design, she's all soft, she's all curves, and she's all sass. I mean, she's got some opinions, and she'll let you know. All right, so now I'm finally getting into Olive. Olive is such a delightful character. She has a much more prominent role in book two, and it's been really neat to explore her and her world. However, I can't talk about that too much because, of course, spoilers. Ugh, I just love watching her come together, and you'll notice that Lofty and Olive came together much more quickly than Tegan did. But man, Tegan, I'm just not satisfied with her. I gotta fix her at some point. Yeah, in my head, Lofty often has this kind of really pale cotton candy pink hair. I think I write her more as just being a blonde, but sometimes the head wants what it wants. Now we are getting into Valeria. So Valeria is a muscler, which means that her particular brand of Vidi, which is my magic system, has affected the growth of her muscles and made her just this absolute hulk of a character. Obviously not that intense as she's still, human sized, but she has intense strength. I mean, she can toss people across the ship. She can climb stuff, run stuff. I mean, she's constantly throwing people. I should probably think about that. But she was another design that came together pretty well, mostly because like she has the muscle along her jaw that really has formed quite strongly, and so it gives her a much more square look. And that is just simply because of the structure of musculature and how that would be affected given how her kind of magic works. So Yep, I decided I wanted to go back and try Tegan again because I just was not happy with the result. And some of that is I'd like to give different eye design to each of the characters, have that be something that's particularly unique about them. But it is kind of difficult because chibi eyes are a very specific kind of look in general, and so getting them big, getting them with a big shine spot. But at the same time, you can see it. Every time I do this again and again, it gets a little bit better. And so I decided that this was going to be the new Tegan set. Give her a little bit of coloring. And then bam. So there you have it. Those are more or less my characters. This is the cast, this is the crew. And I really hope you guys can give it a read and see because they are delightful. So go grab book 2. It is now out as of today. And just have fun reading. It's absolute nonsense in the most best way. So love you guys all bunches. And I will see you next time. Bye.